Greetings, I'm Bairnt and welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. Today we're going to be continuing our playthrough of Kingdom Death Monster. We're going to be taking on a level 2 Phoenix in what could be the shortest video I have ever recorded. This could be an absolute slaughterfest. In our hunt events, we only were able to make it to the hunt with one character. So Ashroot is going to take on this Phoenix solo, mano-y-mano, one-on-one. She's going to do it. On the hunt, we were able to pick up this awesome weapon. So we'll be using this a lot to try to take on that level 2 Phoenix. Hopefully it'll be enough to bring it down. Will it? I don't know. We'll find out. Now I'm going to have put out our terrain already. I have our stone faces and we have 2 tall grass. That's what we drew. And now I don't know if that's going to be enough to keep us alive, but we're certainly going to give it a try. The only thing we have left to do is set up our Phoenix's combat deck and look over the stats. So looking at the stats of our Phoenix, we're fighting a level 2 Phoenix. We're going to take 10 basic, 4 advanced, and 1 legendary. Now it's also going to start with Materialize, the same as our level 1. Spiral Age, again, the same as our level 1. Zeal, the same as level 1. Also, the Dreaded Decade is going to be out as well. But it does gain an extra one, which is called Top of the Food Chain. So let's quickly look at that. We saw, I think, this in our last fight. This is a legendary card. The monster suddenly seems older. -3 severe injury rolls resulting from monster attacks, which means I'm going to be dying even faster. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Now, on top of that, this is going to have 12 toughness, 8 movement, and it's going to gain a +1 speed token and a +1 damage token. So we're going to have to see if we can survive the onslaught of this creature. Now we're going to go ahead and build its deck. But first I'm going to take our hit location deck and mix it up a little bit. And there we go. That's all set. We're going to go ahead and figure out what legendary card we get. We have 3. We're going to mix them up and take 1. Next, we're going to go ahead and mix up our advanced deck, and I have to take out of this 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 1 left, so I have 6 advanced cards. Now, on top of that, I have to take 10 basic cards. So we're going to mix these up a little bit and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 basics. This is 17 wounds, which is way different than the 12 that the other monster has. So we're going to shuffle these up off camera, and then we're going to go ahead and put them back down. Now I've gone ahead and shuffled these all up, and we're going to go ahead and put them back down. Now if you remember from our hunt video, we are hunting a weaker enemy, one that's already been actually attacked. And because of that, I have to take the top 5 off of this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we already have at least a little bit of hope, and we're going to go ahead and take on this Phoenix. Now, if you're excited to see Ashroot get slaughtered, take on and defeat this level 2 Phoenix, then I need you to meet me at the co-op shop. So our Phoenix is going to take the first turn. We're going to go ahead and look at our top AI card. Hopefully it's not that legendary card. We have found Pestilence Cannons. All survivors in Blast Zone. And the Blast Zone is going to be in this direction. So it's going to be everything this way and that way and right behind him. And so sadly, nothing happens. There is nobody there. So the next one is no target, disdain. So none of this is going to happen. We're going to go ahead and disdain, which we're going to take a look at right now. It says disdain. Place the Phoenix at the center of the nightmare tree. It emits a hissing moan. All non-death survivors suffer brain damage equal to the monster's level. Perform Spiral Age. End the Phoenix turn. All right, we're going to go ahead and look up Spiral Age. Spiral Age states, remove all age tokens and gain 4 hunt XP for each token. If you gain more hunt XP than available hunt XP boxes, you cease to exist. When you cease to exist, if your settlement involved renovated family, all survivors with your surname lose 2 weapon proficiency levels. Okay, I don't have any age tokens, so that's not going to play into effect. So the only thing that's going to happen is I'm going to suffer 2 brain damage. So taking 2 brain damage is going to go from 3 down to 1. Oh man, we only have 1 brain damage. And now that I don't have 3 insanity, I can't use that sword. And now that the monster has completed its turn, it's going to go ahead and zeal. At the end of each monster turn, perform the basic action. So let's go ahead and look at our basic action. It is on the back of our card. It is closest threat in range. That's going to be Ashford for sure. Then they're going to gain 1 age token. This is going to move and attack with a speed of 2. Now remember, I have +1 speed, so it's speed of 3. And that's 2 accuracy, and it does 2 damage. And I have a damage token as well, so I'm going to take 3 damage. Then I'm going to get hit by this Razor Wind. Survivors in the blast zone suffer knockback, bash, knockback 7 and bash. Bleed 1. Oh, that's not going to be good at all. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move our monster. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right up to there. And it's going to go ahead and attack with its, what is it? Normal attack here. Now our Phoenix is going to go ahead and roll on its basic action. Now I have our tall grass. We're standing in it. So all survivors in spaces occupied by the tall grass gain +2 evasion, which is going to be great. Sadly, of course, I still have this -1 evasion, so I actually am only getting +1 evasion. Now she has a natural evasion of 1, so I'm actually getting +2. So this character is going to need a 4+ in order to hit me, and we're going to go ahead and roll 3 dice and see how this goes. Come on, let's see. We got 1, 2 hits, which is pretty bad, but I'm going to miss with that one, which is good. Now I'm going to take 2 hits. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to roll up our hits here. We got the hands and the body. Now I can use my survival if I want to dodge some of this, and you bet I am. I'm going to dodge the body hit, and we're going to go ahead and take 3 damage to the hands. So we're going to go ahead and take those 3 damage to the hands, bringing us to absolutely none. And I did use a survival, so we're going to go from 7 down to 6. I'm using these dice to track that. And we also gain 1 age token. Now we have to continue on with the rest of the card. We have to do this Razor Wind. Survivors in the blast zone, which is going to be me, suffers knockback 7, bash, and bleed 1. Now normally I would dash out of the way of this, but I'm not going to. Check this out. I'm going to get knockback 7, which means I'm just going to be knocked back to here, which is just fine. Because check this out. Our Ashford actually has the ability Last Man Standing. So while you are the only survivor on the Showdown board, you may not gain bleeding tokens or be knocked down. So she's going to suffer knockback, not get bashed, not take 1 bleeding token. That is awesome. So we're going to go ahead into her turn now, which sadly I'm just far enough away where I can't pounce. If I was smart enough, maybe I would have put stuff over here and I actually would have had a chance of pouncing in. But I don't. So we're just going to move back up and attack. And the only thing I can attack with is my cat fang knife. I can't use the sword because it's sentient. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do to that Phoenix. So we're going to go ahead and attack with our cat fang necklace. We're going to get 3 dice. Now, of course, we do have our white lion armor. And it says here, your weapons are your claws. Gain +1 speed and +2 strength when attacking with katars or daggers. So I'm going to gain an extra die. Our accuracy is a 6+. Now, I get +1 accuracy because of who I am, and that's really all the extra accuracy I get. So I need 5 pluses in order to hit this Phoenix. Let's see how we do. We got him with 1, 2 hits. Now, sadly, I don't have any bonuses for perfect hits, but that's okay. So we're going to grab 2 hit location cards, and we're going to see what we've hit. We have hit the Glorious Handed Feet. It's a reflex. The monster glares, pierces your survivor's punny mind, causing an explosion of pain. Turn to face the attacker and roll a d10. If the result is higher than the attacker's hunt XP, they suffer 1 brain damage for each age token they have. Okay, and what's the other one? Oh, it's the Glorious Wing Sphincter, which is actually perfect. I'm in the perfect spot for this. Survivors in the Eye of the Storm gain an insanity. All other survivors suffer 7 knockback and bash. We're going to go ahead and do this one first because I'm going to gain an insanity if I'm able to wound this location. Now, of course, our Phoenix has what? A 12 toughness? I think this is going to be pretty intense. 12 toughness. So let's see how we do. We're going to roll our die. We got a 6. +2 is 8. +2, 8, 10. +2 is 12. We get 2 from the cat or the monster tooth necklace. So we have a total of 12 on this roll. We have done a wound to the Phoenix, meaning this is going to go off. I'm going to gain 1 insanity. We're going to put that over here and see if we can take on this one as well. We're going to roll our die and see what we get. We got a 2. That's not going to hit. We know that. But it's still going to perform the reflex. So I'm going to go ahead and gain 1 more insanity, bringing my insanity up to 2. Now, on top of that, I didn't realize this. I missed this. I do actually get something on a perfect hit. We have our Cat Fang knife, and down here it says, on a perfect hit, gain +1 strength token. When knocked down, remove all your +1 strength tokens. Well, guess who doesn't get knocked down? That's right, Ashret. So she's going to gain a +1 strength token. I'm going to put this up here next to my evasion token. Now, the other thing I have to do is deal with our reflex, which says that I have to turn to face the attacker, roll a d10. If the result is higher than the attacker's hunt XP, they suffer a brain damage for each age token they have. Now, I, of course, only have 1 age token, so we're going to roll right here, and I need to roll a 2 or more or less. We'll figure this out. I rolled a 1. So let's see what that says here. Again, let's read our card. It says, if the hunt result is higher than the attacker's hunt XP, it's not higher, so I do not suffer a brain damage. That's awesome. Now, because we hit this Phoenix once, we're going to go ahead and put a card into our wound stack, and I think we're going to continue. We're going to surge. We're going to go ahead and hit him again with that Cat Fang knife. I have to do as much damage as quick as I can. Otherwise, I don't think I'm going to beat this guy. It's a war of attrition. Can I do enough before he kills me? So here we go again with our Cat Fang knife. We're going to go ahead and roll our 4 dice, and I need a 5 or better to hit. Let's see how we do. We got a total of, oh, I only got 1 this time. Oh, that's too bad. But that's okay. 1 is better than nothing. If I can wound this, that's better than actually not hitting at all. So let's see what we found. We have found a glorious primary eyes. First strike. If the, what's this? You must roll this wound location. The attacker must cancel their attack. What? What's this? First strike. You must roll to wound this hit location first. The attacker may cancel. Reflex. The monster stares into the future and kills all your children. Attacker suffers the destroyed genitals severe waist injury. Don't care about that. We're going full board on this guy. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can wound this. I'm going to have destroyed genitals. That's just fine. I can't have kids with this character. I'm highly doubting this character is going to make it out alive. Let's see how we do. Oh, we rolled a 1. So again, we failed to wound. Ah, that's too bad. So we're going to gain destroyed genitals. You cannot be nominated for the intimacy story event. The injury is permanent and can be recorded once. Gain a random disorder. You're knocked down. No, I'm not. Gazing upwards, you wonder at the futility of your struggle. Gain 3 insanity and gain a bleeding token. Not gaining a bleeding token. This last man standing is awesome. So we're going to take our disorders deck here and mix it up. And let's see what we get. We have got Quietix. I can't even pronounce that word. You carry the weight of the settlement on your shoulders. Everyone is counting on you to save them, and you will rise to the challenge. That is absolutely hilarious. This is exactly what this character is feeling right now. If you are insane, when you depart, gain +1 survival and a +1 strength token. Wow, this isn't a disorder. This is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and write that down on our disorders. We're going to write down, what is it? Quixotic. I apologize. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to pronounce this right. Quixotic. Woo! With that written down, I'm going to go ahead and gain 3 insanity. Now I'm insane. I can use that sword. This is awesome. Come on. Hopefully I stay insane. Now, of course, when I surged, I had to use 1 of my survival. So we're going to be going down to 5 survival. And now it's going to be the Phoenix's turn. Let's see what the Phoenix does. It's going to pitying sigh. All survivors in field of view. She's in field of view. Each target gains 1 age token. All right, then intimidate. If target is insane, they laugh in the face of the monster's ignorant condescension. They spend 3 survival to gain +1 courage. Otherwise, the target suffers 2 brain damage and is knocked down. Oh, this is actually really good. All that's really going to happen is I'm going to gain an age token. I am not going to spend 3 survival. I need all the survival I can get to actually hit this thing. And I believe that's it. I'm not going to gain the courage. I'm just going to get the age token. Oh, this is actually not too bad of a card. So that means Ashret is going to gain her 2nd age token, and then we're going to go ahead and perform Zeal, which means we have to perform the monster's basic action. And so she's just going to go ahead and target her with 2 speed. Actually, it's 3 speed for 2 damage. Oh, it's going to be somewhat bad. So our Phoenix still wants Asteroid for dinner. I'm going to go ahead and roll 3 dice at a speed of 2, but gets +1 because of its token. And then it hits on a 2+, but I have 2 evasion. Again, the grass and my token bring it back down to only +1 evasion, and she has an extra 1 from who she is. So we're going to roll this up and see what happens. It hit with 2 attacks again. All right, we're going to roll to see where these actually hit our character. They hit us in the foot and in the body. And again, I am going to dodge the body, bringing my survival down to 4. I've already lost almost half my survival, and we're going to lose 3 damage to our feet. So we are going to gain that age token, and I'm going to suffer 3 damage to my legs, bringing it down to 0. Wow, I've got 0 in my arms and 0 in my legs. Now, of course, we have to do the final part of the card, which, of course, is its Razor Wind, which I'm just going to laugh at. Ha, ha, ha. Knock me back. 1, 2. I will not get knocked down. I will not take a bleeding token, and I'm going to run back up here and try to hit that Phoenix. I know it's not a lot of positioning here. I'm just running up and running back, but that's really all I can do up to this Phoenix. I've got no other things to try to, other people, I should say, to help create some kind of way of attacking this thing than just straight on, but we're going to see how it goes. Now at this point, I would love to come full bore in with my awesome sword, but I actually want to do this first. I want to deal with this spiral age junk because I've got 3 age tokens on there. It says roll a d10. If the result is equal to or less than your insanity, remove all age tokens, otherwise suffer spiral age. So I'm going to go ahead and take my 3 age tokens. We're just going to place them right up here and hope we get rid of them. I'm going to roll my die, and I need to get a 5 or less. Let's see what we got. We got a 3. That's perfect. It says that we get to remove all of the age tokens. So these all go away. I'm going to replace our dreaded decade back where it's supposed to go. And I don't have any age tokens. I wanted to get rid of them because there's some hit location cards in there that'll basically say I don't wound the thing if I hit it, because it's going to make me rewind the entire thing if I have age tokens. Now I do get to attack with my awesome weapon. Let's take a look at this again. So this is a weapon, melee, katana, two-handed, finesse, other. This is not a dagger or a katar, so I can't get the added bonus from my white lion armor, but I'm actually not too worried. This is frail. If I hit a super dense location, it will break. It's sharp, which means I get to add an extra D10 when I make my wound roll with this weapon. Now that's going to be just an extra roll. It's not going to have to do anything with seeing if I critically hit or anything. If I roll a 10 with that extra roll, it doesn't critically hit. Then let's see what else we have. We have Sentient, which means, of course, I have to be insane to use it. It has Deadly too, which is going to give me luck for every one of these I have. So I have 2 luck, basically, is what that means. And it's unique, so if I ever lose it, it is going to be archived. So I get to roll 6 dice, which frankly is, I think, all the Kingdom dice that I have. I'm going to go ahead and roll all 6. Now I need a 5+ to see if we wound this thing. And I hit with 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, I don't get anything on a perfect hit, which is too bad with this weapon. It is not the same as that dagger. I don't get the extra +1. Now, we're going to go ahead and draw 4 hit locations. Oh, I so wish I had my cat eye circlet to know what's here. We've got Glorious Wing Claws. This is going to allow us to, oh, this is the one where it's going to, I'll get +1 insanity when this is all over. And then we've got Tail Feathers, which is impervious, and the molting feathers fly through the air, so I'm not going to gain anything unless I actually critically wound that. Then we've got, what's this one? Feathered Breast. If the attacker has age tokens, oh, this is the one I'm talking about. If I were to actually wound this, it's going to rewind the entire attack, and actually nothing's going to happen, which is going to be really bad. When I've got another Eye of the Storm, so I'm going to gain 2 more insanity if I wound both of these, and another one here. Okay, this is going to be awesome. We're going to start with this one, because this is just an extra little bonus thing I get. Now, of course, I get to roll 1d10 and see how I do. We're going to roll the special red one, because I haven't rolled this one ever. And we got a 2, so we're never rolling that one again. This gets discarded, nothing happens. Now we have our other 3 right here. We're going to go ahead and roll our Feathered Wing. I'm going to gain 1 insanity after this is done if I wound it. I got a 4, plus I get to roll my Sharp. So I got 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 6 is enough to wound. That's 1 wound. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to Glorious Claws. I'm going to roll. I got a 1, which is terrible, but maybe I'll get more. I got an 8, so that's 9 plus 6. That's going to be enough to wound him again, I believe. 9 plus 6, yep, is 17. That's totally fine. Plus I have 4 extra strength of myself, plus the extra strength token. Basically, I don't think I can mess with this thing. We're going to roll again. I got a 5 plus 7, so that's 12. That's just enough right there. So we have wounded him 3 times with this weapon. Now, of course, I had to spend a survival to do that because the first action I used was the dreaded decade. So I'm going to go ahead and lose 1 survival to be able to surge, to be able to hit with this awesome weapon. So I'm going to gain my 2 insanity, which brings me to 7. And then we're going to go ahead and deal with the wounds to this monster. Now Ashroot has managed to do yet again another 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. That's awesome. Now of course it's going to be our Phoenix turn. He gets to hit us twice, once with a card and once with his basic action. All right, it's time for the Phoenix. Let's see what it does. Wing push, random survivor. We know who that's going to be. Then that person's going to gain an age token. Then the target is doomed. Materialize and attack the target. Oh no, and then it says after damage, speed 1 plus 2. Oh no, he only attacks once. That's not too bad. 2 plus accuracy, 4 damage. After damage, target suffers knockback 7 and bash. Oh no, that's going to be horrible. All right, let's see if it hits us. Well, first, actually, it has to materialize. I didn't even think about that. I don't see why it just doesn't materialize right where it is, because it's going to attack us. That's going to be the deal. It disappears and materializes right where it is. Might as well keep it right where it is. And now it's going to go ahead and attack. All right, so he only gets 1 speed, but of course he has a speed token, which means he gets to roll 2 speed. So let's see what he needs. He needs a 4 plus again because I do have the extra evasion. And it got an 8 and a 6. Oh no, it hit twice. And guess what? I don't have any way to dodge this because I am doomed. We're going to see where it hit us. Hit us in the head and the body. Oh wow, so I got hit for 5 in the head and 5 in the body. So we're going to go ahead and gain that age token. Then look at this, 5 in the head. I'm going to take 4 plus my heavy location. So we're going to go ahead and check that. Then the body, I'm going to take 5, 3, and then my light wound and my heavy location. So normally that would knock me down, but I'm not going to get knocked down because of my last man standing card. It says, of course, you cannot be knocked down or gain bleeding tokens. Awesome. Now, of course, the rest of the card says that I have to suffer knockback 7 and bash. So I'm going to suffer the knockback 7, which is going to push me to right here. I'm not going to get bashed because I don't have to suffer being knocked down. Now, of course, we do have to perform its basic action, which means it's going to move up and attack me, and that's going to be bad news. So we're going to go ahead and move the Phoenix up, which is not where I want it. I want it to actually be back so I can take advantage of the tall grass, but that's how it goes. I guess we're going to have to deal with it from here. So our basic action again, he's going to roll 3 dice, and he's going to need a 4. Oh no, he only needs a 2 plus. Now I'm not in the grass. Oh, he needs a 1 plus. He can't miss. Well, 1 automatically misses. So come on, let's see some 1s. Oh, I see 1, 1. So I'm going to only get hit twice, which is only get hit twice. Like, that's a good thing. All right, I got hit in the waist and in the body. I'm going to dodge the body, bringing our survival down to 2 now. Wow, we're almost out of survival. This is amazing. And I'm going to take 3 damage to the waist. So here we are, check this out. I'm going to take 3 to the waist. Basically, if I get hit anywhere else, I'm actually going to have to start rolling on the critical wound table. I have taken all of my armor hits. Now I'm going to get knocked back 7 because of Razor Wing. Now sadly, I'm at the board edge, so I can't actually get knocked back any further this way, so I have to choose a direction to get knocked back. So I'm going to go 7 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now it's going to be Ashroot's turn. She's right off the board, but that's okay. She's going to come running back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she has her White Lion boots. And both of these are together, so she gains +1 movement. She's going to come in at 6 right here. Now, sadly, I'm not in the perfect place for that attack that I'm going to gain insanity for, but I really have nothing I can do. I have to keep hitting this thing, and I don't want to spend my survival on dashing. So we're going to go ahead and hit him with that big sword again. Now I'm going to go ahead and roll my dreaded decade before we actually attack, because again, I don't want to have to heal this thing. I'm going to go ahead and we have 2 age tokens. I forgot to put one on during the last basic action, so I have 2. Now we have to roll lower than our survival. We got a 4, so that's perfect. We've gotten rid of our age tokens. Now we can take advantage of actually hitting this guy. And again, we're coming in with that big sword. I have a feeling we're about to lose this thing at some point, but we're going to give it a shot here. We're going to roll our 6 dice, and we need a 5 plus in order to hit. So again, we're going to roll them all up and we'll see how we do. We got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. We also got a 1 and a 2, so those don't hit. Now we're going to be drawing 4 hit location cards, and let's see what happens to us. We're going to see what we do. We get 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, of course, I don't know where the trap is, and I don't know where any super dense locations are. The glorious head. Oh, there's that rewind. I'm glad we got rid of it. Oh, there's the super dense location. We're going to lose our sword, but that's okay. I still get to do these attacks. Glorious hand to strike the monster's powerful digits. That's fine. And what is this displacement? Okay, we're going to probably do, what's displacement? Place the Phoenix anywhere along the board edge furthest from the attacker. Oh my gosh. If the attacker has any age tokens, oh, I don't, they may attempt to follow him. I don't have any age tokens. Okay, so we're going to do this one last. That's the deal. We're going to start with, I guess we'll just start with this one first, because why not? Nothing's really going to happen. We're going to roll our D10 and see what we do. We're going to hopefully get a pretty good number here. We got a 9. That's a critical wound because of our deadly 2. So it says, you sever the slender phoenix finger. Gain the phoenix finger resource. You may spend 2 survival to heroically bellow. If you do, I'm not spending any survival. I actually only have 1 survival because I have to actually spend my surge to make this attack because I did that dreaded decade as my actual action. So we got the phoenix finger resource. That's going to be awesome. So we're going to go ahead and put this with our iron. So we've gained a few resources at least. Next, we're going to not do that one. We're going to do our hard beak, which is sad because this is where we're going to lose our katana. So we're going to go ahead and roll. We got a 6. Oh, that's sad, but I do get to add more. I got 9. We did wound location, but sadly, I'm going to lose my katana at the end of this attack. The last one we're going to do here is our glorious head. Let's see what we get. We got a 3 plus 8. That's enough to wound, so that's 3 wounds. And then our last one is the glorious crest. We really can't miss this. Let's hope we get a critical. We got a critical. We got a 10. That's awesome. This displacement's not going to happen. It says gain 1 random phoenix resource. We wounded him 4 times, and I got yet another resource. So we're going to go ahead and mix up our phoenix deck and see what we get. We're going to mix this thing up and get something really good. Come on, something really good. I don't really know what's really good out of here. We got musculant droppings. I'll tell you, that's not good. All right, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and put these on our hit location deck and get some wounds on this phoenix. And sadly, we have lost our sword. I am going to archive this back to the box, but that's okay. The sword was amazing. It did so good. So that sword was awesome. It did 4 wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our phoenix is down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds total. Oh, I don't know if we can do it, but we're going to give it our best shot. Now, of course, it is going to be the phoenix's turn. And at this point, sadly, I don't have any way of stopping any of these attacks. It just has to miss for the rest of the game. So let's see what our first one is. Chatter. When chatter comes into play, draw an AI card. A survivor that spends an action in the noise radius suffers 2 brain damage and doubles their age tokens. Oh, this is terrible. Once per turn, a survivor in the noise radius may attempt to comprehend the noise in their head. Roll a d10 and result is equal to or less than your understanding. They gain 2 insanity, otherwise they're knocked down. Okay, well, barf card. This one's going to go over here. That's a terrible, terrible card. We're going to go ahead and draw another AI card, so I'm going to mix these up. Now, the good thing is I kind of got this out of there, but the bad thing is that's out there now. Let's see what we found. We have found Pitying Sigh. All survivors in field of view, I'm going to gain an age token. This is the one where I could gain more courage if I'm insane, but I'm not going to. We're going to discard that card. I'm going to gain 1 age token. It's going to perform its basic action. At this time, I almost might run over into this thing with my last survival and try to fend this thing off. That might be what I do. Hopefully I can get some, oh no, that's not going to be good enough because it's going to knock me back even more. Why can't you go away? I want to stand in this grass. Oh, terrible. All right, it's going to go ahead and attack me for speed 2, accuracy 2 for 3 damage. Oh, no. I have to spend my last survival to dash over to here. I know that's terrible because this thing's just going to turn and move and attack, but I don't have anything else I can do. I need the evasion from this grass. So our phoenix is coming at us with its basic action, and it's going to attack us for 3 dice. Now, it needs a 4+ instead of a 1+, so at least that's something. Let's see how this goes. It hit us with, oh no, all the hits. So this could be the end of Ashret. Well, she gave it her best shot. Who knows? I got 2 in the body and 1 in the foot. Now, those are sadly all going to make me roll on the vile table of Ashret dying. So I'm going to go ahead and spread these dice out, and we're just going to roll here. We're going to do the feet first. The feet is a 6. I'm going to go put the 6 next to the foot and put it up there. Next, we've got our first body. Our body's going to be a 9. I'm going to put that over here. Then our last body is going to be hit on a 5. So let's go ahead and see what happens to poor Ashret with all those numbers. So those numbers you saw, remember, I have to subtract 3 from them because, of course, we are fighting the top of the food chain, which means I have to roll -3 to severe injury rolls resulting from the monster's attack. So instead of the 6 that we got from our leg injury, we're going to actually get a 3, which was bleeding. Gain 2 bleeding tokens. That's perfect. I can't gain bleeding tokens. So our next one is going to be our body. We had a 9, but we're going to have to subtract 3, which means we get a 6, disemboweled. Your movement is reduced to 1 until the showdown ends. Gain 1 bleeding token. Skip the next hunt. If you suffer disemboweled during the showdown, at least one other survivor must live to the end of the showdown to carry you back to the settlement. Otherwise, at the end of the showdown, you're lost and dead. Oh, no. Well, maybe we can at least kill it and get the resources, but all of our characters are pretty much going to die. And of course, now that I just did my math, my last number was a 5. Minus 3 is 2. Instant death. It doesn't matter if I'm disemboweled. I'm gonna be dead. The blow sends a bone fragment directly into your heart, killing you instantly. And thus ends the glorious tale of Ashrit and the Phoenix. Of course, our settlement is going to be singing this story for ages to come, but sadly, that is the end. We did not kill the Phoenix. It actually finally got to us. But we did get a few resources along the way. We got one of those musculent droppings. We also got a Phoenix finger and iron. So we can bring all that back to the settlement along with everything else. If you actually do have a total party wipe, you don't lose all your stuff. They kind of say that the people come back and find all your things, and of course the remains of your body, and bring it all back to the settlement. So we are still going to have everything we originally had. We're just going to be down, of course, 4 people. But that ends our glorious fight with the Phoenix. I hope you enjoyed it. This was really cool. We did our best. We tried so hard, but sadly it just wasn't enough to overcome a level 2 Phoenix. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when the settlement video comes out. Also, please, of course, feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. How much fun was this fight? Oh, I had a great time. Again, thank you so much for watching, and if you're excited to see the settlement phase and what befalls our settlement now that we lost our first total party, then I need you to meet me at the co-op shop.